Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing my predictions for what could be coming to Thorpe Park Resort within the next decade. So if you guys do go on to enjoy the video, make sure to like, subscribe, anything makes me know you guys like my content. I've got an interesting video for you guys coming out on Sunday, which will basically kick off a brand new series, so definitely leave any notifications on for that. Now let's get into the actual video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about in today's video is actually the potential addition of a brand new coaster between 2020 and 2022. Now, if you've been following the channel or pretty much anything Thorpe Park have been posting recently, you will know that they have been leaving little teasers for many theme park fans to find, to sort of climb the crypt and, you know, make a judgment of what's actually going on. Now, I have made a couple of videos on this in the past, so definitely go check them out if that's more of your type of thing. I'll leave them linked in the description. However, most of these teasers, in my eyes at least, have been pointing towards construction. Now, if a ride was to be constructed this season, it would most likely take at least a couple of years. Obviously, for example, with things like Wicker Man, that took pretty much a couple of years to make. Obviously, it started at the end of 2016 and finished at the beginning of 2018, so it would roughly take about that much, but it also does depend on how big and large scale the coaster is, obviously because of theming and whatnot like that. However, if something was going to happen, I think it would take a maximum of 2 years. Obviously, all the groundwork will most likely happen during the beginning of this year, and then generally roll over into the winter season at the end of this year, and then obviously main construction starting next year in 2021. Now, obviously, this is just a theory. This isn't necessarily something that's concrete, but it would be something I would absolutely love for the park to do to kick off the decade, because I think that would be something that would really bring in a lot of people to the park. And not really only that, but it would also, you know, sort of capture that excitement, you know, that theme park fans haven't really felt in 7 years. And I know a couple of days ago I was sitting there thinking, oh well, you know, it weren't too long ago since we got Coaster. Obviously we got the Swarm. When I started counting how many years it's been 7 years. That is a very, very long time. Obviously we did have Dan Brown's Ghost Train, but yeah, we all know how that went. So yeah, it would be absolutely lovely to see a coaster come to this park within the next couple of years. I do think it would really bring in a lot more fans, you know, and would make a lot of people happy. Okay, so following the supposed coaster development we had in 2022, I could potentially see maybe a smaller attraction coming to the park in 2023. Obviously, we have seen stuff like this happen in the past. Obviously, Alton Towers did it with the Alton Towers Dungeons. Obviously, the year before the Alton Towers Dungeons opened, we obviously had the Wicker Man. So obviously, the Alton Towers Dungeon wasn't exactly a major investment for the park. And stuff like this really does keep the sort of park feel a lot more fresh, because obviously, the period of time between big investments can get quite boring sometimes, and I know people would argue that yeah, you've got this big attraction to experience over these, you know, couple of years. However, you still want something to make the park feel a lot more fresh and exciting, otherwise what's the point in coming back? So yeah, maybe something like this could work, or even possibly maybe events like we saw last year at the park. I know not all of them went down too well, but obviously you did have a couple good ones. You know, you had Bountzilla, Jungle Escape, things like that could, like I said, really help keep the spark alive for the park and keep people interested. Okay, so after Thorpe Park have taken this kind of breather year, I do believe in 2024 to potentially 2026, we could be seeing a brand new large-scale permanent hotel. Now obviously Thorpe Park have never really had a permanent hotel. Now I did actually kind of talk about this in a video a couple of weeks ago. Obviously places like Alton Towers, Chessington, Legoland all have at least 2 permanent hotels to kind of make them a resort, because you kind of need one to do that. However, Thorpe Park are literally hanging on with a thread with that resort title with this kind of temporary hotel. Obviously the Thorpe Shark Hotel is temporary, which I didn't actually know until I started digging for that video I made a couple of weeks back. Definitely go check that out if you are interested. But yeah, the Thorpe Shark Hotel does actually end in 2024, making this the perfect opportunity for Thorpe Park to strike in with a brand new permanent large-scale hotel to not only bring people in from near Thorpe Park, but also to bring people in from far away, because obviously people who live abroad or people who live quite far away from Thorpe Park do see this as an opportunity to stay in a really unique environment and yeah, have a proper good stay at the resort. Okay, so following this kind of large-scale hotel development, after this I can't really see anything happening for the rest of the decade. I mean, it's only 3 years, but to be quite honest, hotels do cost a lot of money, and to be fair, the park probably would need quite a big breather, ready to start at the next decade. Now, there are a couple of ideas I do have that could potentially happen in this time, and one of them is actually the re-theme of Saw. This is quite a hot topic at the moment, plainly because obviously there's all these rumours going around that Soar's IPs run out, and you know, the whole Soar Alive building situation. And I do think that a retheme to Soar Alive would be warranted around about that time. I still don't think that the IP will run out just yet. I don't really think that they would just only have it for like 10 years, but other than that, really, yeah, I can't really see anything happening. As far as potential themes go for it, I could potentially see maybe a Sawmill theme going with Old Town. Obviously, he had Creek Freak Massacre at Fright Nights last year, which was really good and well received, and yeah, it would kind of be an easy retheme to do. Keep the whole saw element, the saw blades on the outside. Obviously, you know, it's a sawmill, it's going to have that kind of stuff. Maybe redo the interior a little bit, maybe not really much the exterior because it's kind of still fits a warehouse. And yeah, boom, I think you kind of had a very solid attraction. And I think if they were to do that and connect it with Creek Freak Massacre, Creek Freak we could potentially see moving over to the Saw Alive building. Now, the other retheme type situation I think could happen within these years is actually the retheme of Old Town, plainly because I do think it is the deadest part of the park, let's be honest. And I think a retheme would be very welcomed by a lot of people. Potentially even come with this whole sawmill retheme, you know, something like that. I feel like Thorpe are kind of easing into. I mean, they've done stuff like this, Fright Nights, kind of delving into the history of Old Town a little bit. Even kind of renaming Old Town to Creekwood, you know, it's kind of one of them things that they're kind of subtly saying, oh yeah, at Fright Nights this is this different place than it is to normal, but potentially they could carry over that name to Old Town as it stands at the moment, maybe calling it Creekwood. Obviously we've had Creek Freak Massacre and Creekwood's Creekwood something, Fright Nights the year before, so yeah, something like that would definitely work very well. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the end of today's video. I hope all you guys have enjoyed. Now, like I said, I am going to be starting a series on Sunday, so yeah, definitely turn on notifications ready for that for all 5 of you listening at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to be doing them every Sunday. So it'll be more of a weekly thing. Obviously, I still have all my normal videos out on a Friday. On the on the series topic, sorry, I'm losing my mind for a moment. On the series topic, obviously, in summer this year, we are getting Planet Coaster, and I do kind of want to touch on this a little bit, because, yeah, a little bit in advance, but I will be doing, hopefully, a Let's Play on that on my Xbox. I would love to do it on my PC downstairs, but A, it can hardly run Planet Coaster, and B, you know, I don't even want to see how it would run with a screen recording system in the background. So hopefully once it comes out on Xbox, I'll definitely be buying it, and I will definitely be making a Let's Play for you guys. So without further ado, I will see you guys later.